Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Capricorn for November 2025. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me, keeping me safe. Capricorn, we have cards that are just wanting to show. We have Ace of Wands with Three of Swords, so a new start with forgiveness, a new start with owning the truth, owning up to what was done, what was said, taking your responsibility and taking obstacles that may have blocked you and push yourself forward, using pain to be creative. This is for November 2025. I'm using the Stained Glass Tarot by James Edward. I'm bringing it back. I felt called to do so, but not just that. I've been called to take cards at random rather than laying out a traditional a traditional spread. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Capricorn, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. Okay, before I flip them over, I'm just going to take some cards from this side. Again, the Ace of Wands comes back with our Lovers card. So really, wanting a fresh start, making a decision to start over, making a decision to do something new, be creative. We have the Moon, we have the Knight of Wands. That tells us that we're either moving in with the timing, so we are in the new moon with this moon in Scorpio. Today's the 19th when I do this reading, so we're coming into the middle of the month, near to, well, closer to the end, but nonetheless, we're not so far off the middle. But we want our freedom. We're choosing to be what we want to be. That creative spark is ignited. It's come back twice. This card showed itself. And we have our Three of Cups. So we want to either take what we know and move into a reconciliation. We want to start, because we saw the Three of Swords at the beginning. Now we have the Three of Cups. So choosing to start over, choosing to start afresh, choosing to move on our own, taking the experience of the relationship that we've had. We see our King of Wands at the bottom of the deck here, and we have our High Priestess with a I keep saying three, it's an eight of Wands. I keep mixing up the threes with the eights. We're looking deep within, and we're taking what we know, what we've experienced, the pain that we started off with the Three of Swords, and we're either moving away or we're looking deep within and really harnessing the experience. All right, so these cards all here want to come out, and I can't help but see these. So yeah, okay. The bottom here is the World, not the World, the Ace of Pentacles, and there we go. Okay, Justice is definitely showing off her face, and so is our Queen of Swords. And then we have these I pulled. Our Chariot. So change is in the wind here. The bottom of the deck, we have our King of Wands. So really having that passionate calling to move forward, to speak, to do, to act, to be creative, to be honest, to speak the truth, to change the direction of where we want to go from where we really want to go. Like really making the change happen. I brought in the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. This is to help us with what November has in store and what we are asking if we're manifesting, because I know November brings in a lot of manifestation for the new year, for the end of the year, for the moment at hand. But nonetheless, we manifest, or we're looking forward to manifestations that we put out prior to November. It doesn't have to be just in November. But more, it is about the energy of the moon helping us to get through what we need to release in November. I'll pull a random card. And I got two that wouldn't let go. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Capricorn. And then we have the last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. So your hard work is paying off. We're looking at two cards. It's okay. You're not the only one that got two cards, but I think I want to read about the full moon in Sagittarius, because it's funny, because it's the pinnacle and it's coming to fruition, or at least the idea of change is manifesting itself, if not you manifesting what you want to come in. Full moon in Sagittarius, seeing the bigger picture. That's what the King of Wands will do. The Knight came in first, so we're graduating through all of what's been going on within the cards up to the Knight, because we took what we had experienced and we want to make something new appear with our Ace of Wands that came in twice. We're making the choice to either do or not to do. The Hierophant is giving us that deeper understanding, and our High Priestess is really looking into the truth about what we want and how we go and how we're going about getting it done. Eight of Pentacles is to remind us that we have done quite a bit of work, and that's probably where the last quarter moon in Cancer comes in to say, take a breather. Okay, we'll put them both here, and I'll start with full moon. I just want to read full moon in Sagittarius. Feeling called to do so. See the bigger picture. At this point, your best bet is to be the bigger person in whatever situation is on your mind. If harsh words have been exchanged, this card comes with a gentle suggestion to diffuse the upset with some humor. The world is your oyster when you draw this card, but you need to find a balance between where you are and where you want to be. Again, what you really want and what you really, really want. It may be that you need to do something more, or you need to do some more research before you move closer towards whatever it is that you think you want. When you're manifesting, the journey of discovery can be as empowering as dreaming the big dream. So find a balance between saying what needs to be said and saying too much. Capricorn, something to mull over there. What does you really want? Let's take a little deeper look into... Okay, I'll put this one forward because we didn't read the Cancer one yet. Okay, but I want to see this bit of cards here. Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Now the Eight of Pentacles was sort of by itself there, separated from this bit, and here we have the Judgment, so second chance. Two of Swords, judgment call. with an indecision or waiting for the right moment. I don't know why I keep thinking I saw Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune. Maybe not. It was this. Yeah, it's Judgment card that's here. Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords. We have 8 of Swords with our 10 of Wands. So 9 of Swords coming together with the Knight here. And then we have that feeling of I want to change something, but I don't at the same time. It's that indecision and needing to make a judgment call. Having that oomph. Again, seeing the bigger picture is where I pick these cards up. And having that burden put down, or at least recognizing that whatever you change will create more work. It will create work in general. And being that you've already done so much with our 8 of Pentacles, taking a breather is probably why that card stuck. We see here with our Page of Cups and our Queen of Swords, wanting to see something different, in the sense where I want the truth. I want to start talking about what I want. We have the 6 of Cups to bring in that sense of I do love you, and I want to be honest when I come forward and say so for some of us. Again, that could be within a month from now. That could be just the confusion of what it is I really love, and if I want to pursue it. What I loved from my childhood is what I'm dreaming of doing, and I want to change that. I want to have my freedom so that I can choose to go forward into what I really want to do, be creative. Because of all of what I've been through, I'm being honest with myself first. Again, this is all about you, Capricorn. What you need to do. In order to see that change come, we need to step up here. We need to face what it is that was done. We need to see the lessons learned from the past. We need to reckon with what is creating that anxiety in our hearts, in our minds, that's given us that moment of indecision where we have to make a judgment call. See the bigger picture, in other words. That Hierophant is showing with our 8 of Cups, knowing that we need to move on and really making that decision. It's a judgment that's coming, whether you are bringing it on in your own mind or it is from the law, because justice is here to say it is karmic, that whatever it is that we have experienced, we have to go through it. It is not because we say, okay, I choose and it's going to go the way I want. Never. It never goes the way we want. Even though we choose, this is where the frustration comes in. I choose this path and then it's not giving me what I was expecting it to give me. And then you find yourself going in circles, or you go into that sense of anxiety. I don't know, should I, shouldn't I? And give yourself more work to do in order to overcome. But here we have the moving on, in the sense where all the experiences that I have had, the emotional connections that I've had, has taught me something that I can move on. And it is my choice to be creative. It is my choice to speak. Let's take a look at the second card. I think it's last quarter. Yeah. Last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. See, you've been under a little pressure there, Capricorn. You've been putting yourself through the works. Overthinking and all, you know. But that is what Jupiter in retrograde will do in Gemini. Bring on all those thoughts and indecisions and wanting to move fast when you can't. So sometimes situations start with much promise and then get fatigued or fizzle out. This is normal. If a situation is dragging on and everyone is becoming far too sensitive, it might be time to take a breather. Is this still what you want? If a situation is slipping away from you, it could be due to self-doubt or because too many people are trying to get their own way. If you're struggling to find a balance with a VIP in your life or a personal or professional connection, it may be time to show your feelings. Again, Hierophant, Emperor, Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups, wanting and knowing that it's time to move on, wanting to speak that truth and really be honest. Queen of Swords over here. We have here she is, but the Page of Cups, wanting to bring that forgiveness or wanting to offer a new start. Again, Capricorn, it is with what you love. It is your memory. It is going through what you want, whether it is with another person or just within yourself. A new beginning is at hand, but it is a slow process. There could be a clash here caused by everyone wanting to be the leader. Give the situation some air is the advice that the moon is offering. Let's take a look at what is in the darkness in November that Capricorn needs to release or face or just take advice from. Using the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle by Lorraine and Juliet Diaz. You can pull one random card. This is to help us with what Capricorn is facing in the darkness or needs to release. Grief. Oh my. It's letting go, It's just that, letting go. Giving yourself a breather. Probably had a lot going on, because I know we all have, and not one is better than the other. And again, the Chariot comes in to say it's not been easy. It is but a mere glimpse of nothing, of nothingness, hidden away deep within the chambers of your mourning, in the red clovers birthing lost illusion. Grief. You need to take a breather. Let's see here. The keywords are mourning and loss and starting anew. New beginnings are coming, Capricorn. You have blessings. Grief is the uncomfortable dance between feeling everything and feeling nothing. It isn't exclusive to losing someone. Grief can manifest when you feel like a failure or when you have regret. It can appear when you feel overwhelmed or when you feel guilty. It can leave you feeling it all, then feeling nothing, or even feeling both at the same time. Likewise, we can be lost in our grief that we forgot to live, or we forget to live. We mourn for things that have long since slipped through our fingers. We find ourselves in a sort of limbo, living half dead. This is what can happen when you spend too much time searching for and missing what you've lost, and forgetting to be grateful for what's left behind. Pulling grief can mean you have a lack of satisfaction about where you are in life, what you have, or perhaps more appropriate, what you don't have. You're putting too much of your focus on what is missing and have cut off the rest of the world. There is still people and opportunities for you if you will only lift your head and take a look around. Life still goes on when you've suffered a loss. Mourn for the things you wanted and didn't get, or had and lost, but be sure to keep going. The universe never takes something away without giving you something to take its place. A new start, a blessing, a new beginning. It's a change in direction. It's coming your way. You've taken a lesson. You take the lesson of loss and you go with it. Build something new. Face your doubts. Give yourself a second chance, maybe someone else a second chance. Just take for you what it is you love. Be honest with yourself and step up. It is your responsibility. It is a slow process. Nonetheless, it is a new beginning coming your way. Capricorn, on that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.